Cool, cool. I was way ahead. I was like, oh yeah, I
Yep.
got time. Got time. Well, one thing worked.
I fixed my Bluetooth issue with a disconnect and reconnect. Love that for me. All right, tell me when you want to like officially go live and start talking about it, us being live, because I have kind of a joke opening that I want to do. Just also to let you
Okay.
know, so you're braced for impact.
There's a chance that we are.
I figured that there was, but I was just like,
No, I think we are, and I just didn't know it. What? Why can I not hear you now?
uh, I don't think I
Oh,
was talking.
oh, okay. We are live and have been, and I didn't know it.
I figured that we did when it told me that the thing was.
No, because it says that before. It says that before you go live. It's anyway. Hi, we are actually live streaming, and
Excellent.
welcome to this. I think we have all the wrong names, and I don't know if I can change that. So cool. Yeah,
We are what on names?
it has a title, and the title's wrong. So
I will sure know that sentence when you say it again.
there's a title for the stream,
Hmm.
and it says it's May.
Oh, um, it's not May.
I know, but I don't know where I change it.
No, that's totally valid. But yeah, no. So let's get into it. Starting with, I know everybody's sick of me hearing about it, but I am so obsessed with the nickname Trady. Brady Kachuk, don't let the door hit you on the fanny on the way out. But from now on, we're going to hear Trady. I want to hear that in the CDC. All right, everybody. I would like to everybody work on the next 2 months for a really no, that's not what we're talking about today. No, we're not talking about the Ottawa Senators. Fine. So, hey, Ollie. Well, Brittany is rightfully ignoring me, partly because of technology and also partly because of hockey. What is a weekly review? Well, I am so glad you asked, Ollie. A weekly review is that special time in a week's life when you realize that it's time to start branching out from the actual doing of things, the material realm, the pentacles of life, if you will. I've been studying tarot while you were away too. It's a problem. Um, and
That is a problem.
and ascend to a more elevated uh, viewpoint, the realm of swords, perchance, of air and logic and thinking and cutting through the nonsense. We're going to go with the word nonsense since we try and keep things relatively PG friendly on this stream. And figure out what the HE double hockey sticks actually is going on, and in
So you
so
are saying what
doing,
a weekly review is, just in a weird white nonsensey way.
yeah.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Um, yeah, it's about thinking instead of doing. Like the following thought. Why is this project not moving forward? Because I'm not very committed to it. And maybe that means I need to let it go out to pasture permanently or for the time being. For the time being. Um, and yeah, how you do this is you look at things like your task lists, your to-do list, your projects list, your calendar, your agenda, any and all data sets that include information on what you may have committed to yourself, to others, etc. Um, and we follow the David Allen getting things done roughly concept equivalent, but you are free to do whatever you want. However, one of the things that we like to start with on that is our intentions. So Brittany, do you feel ready to declare your intentions before God and everybody?
Sure, why not? So my intentions are to I got some projects need planning, or I got a calendar that needs reviewing. I need a weekly review so bad. I thought maybe I'd get some in when I was home, and that did not happen.
No. And we also need to say the thing, which you and I both know, but is not on the stream or on the thing, which is welcome back from maternity leave. Well done. Well done all around. All the things that you did that I know about and that I don't know about in the last 6 weeks. Amazing job.
Thanks.
Good job.
Thanks. Hey Ingrid, good morning.
Ingrid.
Ingrid is starting off the goals, buttoning down the house and packing to leave for a week to go to the beach and visit dad.
Oh, that's awesome. Love that for you. I hope that Ingrid caught my nonsense hockey beginning. That would make me very happy. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a hockey nonsense too. I mostly got really lost at the astrological nonsense.
Yeah, no, 100% fair. Yeah, no, I mean, I have no idea if Ingrid like even knows about that situation in hockey, but yeah. It's been a whole in fairness, it has been a whole thing across the league. Everybody's mad at us, but I don't know what they really want from us. Anyway, so
I'm gonna say my intention, finish my intentions, because
do it. Yes, hello.
Have I mentioned I can't find the Adderall?
Neither can I, apparently. Continue.
So I really want to review my calendar. I have tons of projects that I've been thinking I can't wait for the weekly review to plan that, and then didn't capture it. Like I might remember it later. And
boy, you have been infected by the I'll remember that demon. No, listen not to those whispers.
I mean, I can catch it if I consciously, like, the words form in my head.
Right. But when it's just a vague intention.
Like, oh, I can do that later.
Yeah.
Like I would remember it. So the last like 24 hours, I've been like, oh, right, that's a thing. And like trying to capture them.
Nice.
There's no way I can plan all of them, but I know some are missing. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ingrid said that she missed it, but we'll have to skip back because she loves hockey nonsense.
Well, yeah, it is amusing. I do recommend skipping back to it. It's only like 15 seconds, maybe. So yeah. Yes. Yeah, no. So I just want to reemphasize this to you in case I say it out loud partly, which is so the captain of the Ottawa Senators requested a trade to a different team, which is what people don't really do that. His name is Brady Tkachuk. So they have nicknamed him Trady.
Go ahead.
That's it. That's all.
Okay. So we also have something from welcome to television. Welcome to the stream. It's impossible to remember. I don't know how neurotypicals do it.
No, it's really not. What even the heck even right now? No. Can't do it. Won't do it. We'll never do it.
Oh, hey, Tina.
Woo!
And Ingrid said LOL Trady.
Yeah, I know. And his name is Tkachuk, but it's actually a silent T. So it's even, but it's also like T. I'm assuming Trady as in trader, which makes me so happy. And yes, that man. Because the other thing is
a D or a T.
I think they're doing
traded or who D? Betrays.
Both, I think, is the essence, but I think they're spelling it with the D. Which is ironic because he's a winger. How many hockey references can Ollie work in? What?
I was thinking about doing a review.
Yes, do a review. Yes. My intentions are to add a bunch of projects. I also my main focus is going to be getting my project metadata up to a David Allen standard of a David Allen standard. Right now, I do not have purpose and principles of my projects. I have gotten about half done. And one of the reasons that I'm a little scattered today is because long story short, I sat on my porch for over an hour at 2 a.m. waiting for a horrible noise to happen again so I can catch it on camera so I can get law enforcement involved.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, don't love that for me. So that is, and then when I woke up, I realized I woke up 20 minutes after a appointment that I had scheduled at the gym. So yeah, and then I rushed there. So we are not firing on all cylinders just this moment.
Okay. I'm starting to get
But
my prep time.
we persevere.
I'm trying a
Um
new thing for the timer because the other app just ceased functioning.
ah
And so I am attempting to recover in some way, shape, or form. Um
Recovering is a good idea.
so but it doesn't look like I like really carefully set up the layout for the camera and the timer.
Mm-hmm.
And that, looking at the stream, is not at all what it looks like.
Oh baby, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
like, well, I don't know how to fix that, so we're not going to. But yeah, we were late getting on because I was like, oh, I had a cancellation. I have so much time to get it ready. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, there's this timer thing. Hey, actually, first time this occurred to me, I wonder if I could use QuickTime to show it. So I was like, yeah, I could totally set that up. And I set it up, and then I was like, yeah, I totally have time to put on makeup. And I leave my office, and then a tantrum broke out in
Yep.
front of my office door. So yeah.
Um, what I'm currently
If it had
doing
been a client
is,
meeting, I would have just been like, okay,
yeah.
step over you. But this one has a little more flexibility. So I didn't like solve it or anything.
No, nothing so grandiose as that.
Okay.
Um, oh,
Of course she wants to be hungry right now.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. What the heck day is it? How is it the third day of the 10 day already? What the heck? Was that a thing?
Did I just get worse at following Ollie, or did Ollie talk? I mean, I know what that means because I have history with it, but like, it is very hard to jump into the middle
Sorry.
and follow.
I mean, you don't really need to follow. Um,
Oh,
oh, crud in a bucket. Gods and spirits. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera briefly because I have to do a thing, which basically will necessitate you guys looking at the top of my ball cap, and you don't necessarily want to do that. I haven't done Klingon massage on my knee injury yet today, and I really need to do that. What is Klingon massage, you ask? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Um, there is this thing called IASTM. I forget what that stands for, but you can feel free to look it up. I can't because I have my hands full. It is a kind of massage that I first experienced at my physical therapy. And but the reason that I call it Klingon massage is because it looked like she was taking a back math to my knee. It doesn't have a blade, but it is a metal piece used for the purpose of massage. And it is intended to increase blood flow and reduce calcifications and all kind of good stuff. And I was like, oh man, it feels a little uncomfortable while it's taking place, but after it feels so good. And I was like, hey, any chance I could do that for myself, like with a spoon? They're like, yeah, absolutely, you can do it with a spoon. So I do this twice a day now, and I did not do it at the gym because I was really rushed to the gym. Um, yeah, Klingon massage, highly recommend for ligament and muscle injuries. Just 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Klingons would recommend. that is what I'm doing right now. Trady. So hilarious. We were gonna stop laughing about that.
Never, huh? Never's a long
Never.
time.
Never is a long time.
Okay, I declared in the chat what I'm working on because I think that
Yay!
that was helpful.
Externalizing with written word. Excellent.
Oh, Tina, did you want to declare anything?
Yes. Gang's all here. No, Linnea. We'd love to have Linnea here.
That would be good. Have they been able to make it very often?
Not so much. I just was thinking if you're talking about the gang is all here, you need to talk about Tina.
Right.
Not Tina, Linnea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they haven't made it. I was sort of trying to get a feel for the schedule.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I've been a little bit lonely in my streams since you were gone. Not a huge deal, but would love to see the people joining us here. And except for the homophobia. That kept me company well and truly for the entirety of the time that you were gone.
So I think that the vertical streams reach more people.
Yep.
Which is good and bad.
Yep. It honestly, it genuinely, and no one is more shocked than I to relate this, but it didn't bother me. It was like, oh man, I hate that exists in the universe, but it did not give me RSD or anything too much. And then of course there was a time that I texted you about where the person literally said, "Why are you so happy I'm being mean to you?" That's when you know you've won the internet. That's when you know you've won the internet, folks. When someone gets salty that you're not rising to their bait. Like, get better bait, I guess.
Yeah, also like, why is that your goal in life? That makes no sense to me.
Yep. Tell me how Claude Giroux is a washed up hack who is not going to lead us to the playoffs this year. And I'll just laugh in your face.
Remember, I got some, and because they didn't realize that I'm not actually gay, but and I found it really disturbing.
I mean, well, it could be that because I am queer, visibly queer, and I've had, one which I would consider a soft hate crime committed against me in real life, that I'm braced for it. I'm more prepared for it. So okay. Yeah.
All right.
A soft hate crime. That sounds like a band name.
I'm being called to a feeding. There were some more intentions that we'll read off when I get back, but I'll be back.
I will continue on as if I'm normal, as someone would say. I need to text somebody that though. I also need to have a keyboard which is connected to things. All right. I have this client who I am not literally contractually obligated to, but essentially contractually obligated to text any and all band name ideas that I come up with. It is known. Also, I think that the audience I currently have on here will appreciate the following, which is I had someone at the gym, the person, the staff member of the gym, who met with me today, ask. I mentioned my fan fiction, and they asked, "What is fan fiction?" And I went, and I had the opportunity to enlighten a person who did not know what it was. And I said, "Have you heard of Game of Thrones?" Yes. I said, this George R. R. Martin was writing War of the Roses fan fiction. he essentially took similar sort of scope and events and created characters and details and sort of dragons into it, and that is fan fiction. And I said this because one of my favorite YouTubers, Matt Colville, who talks about Dungeons and Dragons, he said, I prefer Shakespeare's War of the Roses fan fiction to Martin's. He's not a Martin fan. I am, but he's a Martin fan, and I remembered that. I was like, oh my God, it's like this is this kind of, and I think part of the reason that this person was ignorant was because of generation. So, War of the Roses, Game of Thrones, it was kind of accessible. That was my theory. Computer, set a 30-minute leg timer. Is yet another aspect of my injury management is I realized that sitting for long periods of time without moving also, like, you need to have enough rest, you need to have movement for injury recovery. So I realized if I don't move my legs for a more extended period of time, then the injury does not like that. So I set timers for doing one of my seated PT exercises every half hour. Okay, I'm going right now. I am going to get to my projects metadata, and I'll talk a little bit about that when I get there. But right now, I am going through my in-office checklist, which consists of several items which are necessary for my daily function. I already did that type of the timer. Clearing my desk of any objects. I need to set up the music and lighting the way I need it. Fill my water containers. Zzz. I love to make myself tea, but I'm not sure that's in the cards today. Type up any handwritten notes from the gym. I've already done that prior to the stream. I do need a notebook set up though. Some bad, as my mother would say. Here we go. I need, unless I'm like literally walking or driving somewhere, I need pen and paper physically handy. I've always had capture tools, as David Allen would say. I've always had things that I can write stuff down for later processing. But just lately, the craving to write by hand is intense. Okay, check everybody's charging, and we're pretty good on that, which is nice. I'm going to ice my knees possibly later. My page planner here is very very heavily inspired by actually I want to do it. Very heavily inspired by the actually, you know what? I already did it today by happenstance. Restart my phone. Oh, that was double. Hang on, we need to remedy that. Heavily inspired by bullet journaling. So it's essentially a hybrid of an e-bullet journal and a physical paper bullet journal. What am I doing? Oh, there. Okay. Oh, why are you doing this thing again? No, I cannot abide that. Nope, can't do it. Actually, computer, disconnect from Bluetooth. Good. All righty. I have that playing in a different capacity and it is not doing the not great audio thing. Okay, so got that set up. I'm gonna okay. Yeah, the page planner is the core of my function, the core of my routines. So in order to get to that, I need to finish this. Okay, so I'm gonna glance over my meal prep plan. I don't think I have anything this week. Let me check though. Wow, there's a lot of suggestions, which is fine. You know what? Since this is feeling a lot overwhelming, I'm gonna actually do a GGD thing. I'm going to actually, okay, I need to go into that project, um, and differentiate between the recurring and the one-offs. So I'm gonna add that. Okay. All of those have a date. All right, so ooh, okay. Okay, I think I realized something. I think I realized that I have yet another temporal someday maybe list. And why by that what I mean is a someday maybe list for David Allen is, you know, you check it every once in a while, however often you need to get it off your mind, of the things that you might want to do someday, but not right now. And yeah, these are things that are popping up in my awareness. That I might want to do someday, but not right now, that I am scheduling, which is not a best practice for David Allen. It's something I needed to do in a previous lifestyle, which is fine. We accept that, we understand that. And the hanged man came into my awareness. So the acceptance, a different perspective. Yes, David Allen is all about perspective, really. Okay, so these are all someday maybe. Meal prep. Okay. So that means that I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy maybe list actually and see here. Okay. All right, so that means that I need to differentiate this between um two different things. Um um things that I might want to make for myself versus things that I might want to make for other people. That will be fairly quick to take care of, I think. Oh dear, oh dear. And Ollie is getting distracted. Okay. Um, okay. So this is going well so far. This is a great move for me in terms of the GTDs. I'm still talking like podcast. Um, okay. So yeah, realizing that the things that are scheduled are actually a someday maybe thing. Um, so I'm gonna just wait. No, no, no. Okay, I'm gonna select the ones that are for other people. Other people first. Other people first. Okay. Wait. Oh. Oh, right. So they're in there too. Okay. Okay. I did that. Okay. I did that. Huzzah. Okay. Beautiful. Now. Okay. That's the meal prep done. Beautiful. Love that. So now I'm just gonna make sure. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure that nothing is still scheduled. And then I will add a reminder in the correct spot, which says, check, um, check this area, the someday maybe list, which I can get a link to. And I love that about Todoist. I think it's in a lot of major organizational things, but okay, check. Gonna get an emoji in there. We love emojis in this house. Actually, you know what? No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be the whole project. Okay. Another emoji. I have rarely, possibly if ever, rarely if ever, had an opportunity, a reason to use the spoon emoji. Love that. That's great. That makes making me happy. Okay. Wow. So we have reduced drag on the system. We love that so much. So yeah, I don't think I have the spoons to add any new cooking this week. But that means that having decided that officially and knowing what I'm not doing, our pal David, TM, I can check that off. Meal prep planning is done because we're not doing it. I did that. I'll do that later. Beautiful. So we're all caught up. Um, okay, writing, co-working. I unfortunately did not do that because of how my morning went. So when can I do that? Child and I are going to arrive home probably 5:30. So I'm gonna say that Mama's writing time is gonna happen at 6. 6 p.m. writing time. Okay. Beautiful. And so that means that that can go elsewhere on my schedule. The key I have found, and what I have said to clients many, many times in the past, is not to get bogged down in beating ourselves up about things. It's all about, well, really not here, but the archetype of the hanged man, perspective and acceptance. Yep, things are the way they are. They are. There is no sense in fighting it. There's no sense in being like, I'm hanging upside down and that sucks, rah, thrashing around. Nope. Things are the way they are. What do you do next? It's very David Allen. It's very David Allen. It's very acceptance of what is. And what is the next step? There are no problems. There are only projects. 110% the energy that the hanged man has. Hello, welcome back.
I have a toddler. Sock's here.
Who's here?
Sock.
Woo, welcome, Ozak. Um,
Tina, remember to drink water.
oh, drink water, fam.
Ingrid used activation station. No, that's perfect. That's awesome. My schedule is now way off of the break because I had to go do a food.
Huzzah, activation
apologize.
station.
Yeah, I may have to mute myself for eating noises because apparently I'm only allowed to feed other people on these breaks, not myself.
Yes. That will never do.
But Ozak said, it sounds like the someday maybe list is where important but not urgent tasks go that lack deadlines. No wonder
yes, that's right.
Dislike that list. I mean,
yep.
Theoretically, the someday maybe list is for anything that you're not prepared to tackle right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or not in a position to be able to tackle right now, which is often the case where, yeah, this is really important, but it doesn't matter. Because it's not going to happen. Whereas like an important, but I am prepared to tackle it. Yeah.
Yes,
I was thinking of you when I did this setup for the timer, just so you know. But it still doesn't look like what I thought it was going to. So work in progress. Go ahead, Ollie.
Yes, I think David Allen would say that capturing everything is what he would advocate for, but why are you managing anything if it's not important, right? So I think that anything that's managed in the system long term, I would advocate for it being important. Why are you managing it if it's not? But yes, not urgent. It lacks deadlines. It's not like it has to be done by this time. It's like Ollie would love to write a book on ADHD someday, but that has no deadline. If I die without having written that book, I might be bummed out, but no large consequence is going to happen, right? But it does feel important to me for the time being, and then it might not later, and that's the whole vibe of the someday maybe list. I was talking about how I got to my meal prep planning reminders here, and I realized it was just what I'm now, from now on, going to call a temporal someday maybe list. And by temporal, I mean I have set it up so that it reminds me over and over again in real time. But what I need to do is have it on a static list that I go to review if I feel I have spoons to do so. Right. And that's one of my benchmarks personally of reviewing someday maybe lists is, if I don't even have the energy to review the list, how am I going to have the energy to do the things on the list? And I really like that filter for myself personally as kind of a reality check of like, no, really, like for serious, do you have the spoons? Okay. So I'm going to be
It's like I said, a graveyard for tasks I care about.
I have felt that so many times, Ozak. I hear you. I hear you, my friend. Okay, we're not doing that on stream. Okay, let me. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I have an actual task, Brittany, that says look over Pinterest on purpose. I know. I know.
No one else could see my face, but it was
Horrified and a shock and horror, and you are right to do so. Um, wow, I would have loved to have been a spider under the table when Jacob Tierney approached CCM for having their logo all over Heated Rivalry. That must have been hilarious. Or maybe he delegated that to somebody else. That would have been, like, grab an intern. Somebody grab me an intern. Okay, Mr. Tierney, what do you want me to do? I want you to talk to the largest manufacturer of hockey equipment on planet Earth about our gay little hockey show. Okay, how much are you paying me? How much do we pay you? That would have been hilarious. Um, that quite funny. All right, so I do apologize to the stream and to Brittany the fact that I am setting up my page planner on stream, but my brain will not be clear for review unless I do it. That's not happening. That's not happening. This can happen because I'm gonna update it. Oh my goodness, though, you guys. I did my Klingon massage. Huzzah! I'm doing my page planner. That one too. I haven't written yet. Okay, cool. We're caught up on that. My page planner and my habit tracker have identical aesthetic. They match. They're matchy matchy in the hex codes and the fonts and everything. It is it is so beautiful. It makes me so incredibly happy. Okay, we're doing that now.
I made the mistake of opening my photos app for a 2-minute action,
Oh dear.
and it happened to be on this page with like ultrasound pictures of goob, and I was like, you know what? In hindsight, I can totally see goob in those.
Yep. Yep. There's a very squishy picture of Morgan in that as well. That fits the description. What am I doing in Discord? Why am I here? Oh dear. The data is not telling me. Oh yes. I need to wish my fellow NBs happy non-binary persons day. Um where wait, at least include an emoji. At least include an emoji, please. Basically need to go down the list. I can hit a bunch of people in a server. That'd be good.
Yeah, Zach, I get that feeling of the house being the graveyard for things you want to use also.
Mm, um, I'm being distracted. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so all of a sudden, I know I'm on a beta, but my dad said it happened to him too, and my dad's definitely not on a beta.
Mm.
Um, Siri just sometimes doesn't respond. Button, voice doesn't matter. It just does nothing.
That is so not great.
And it's intermittent, and powering down does nothing. Like sometimes it'll work and then it won't work.
Yeah, no, ew,
There you
yuck.
go. It just worked after not working.
Yep, that doesn't happen to me, luckily, but um, my brain just I just heard myself think I should keep I should add that data point to my people spreadsheet, people's gender identities and sexualities. And then I heard someone else in my head say, yeah, that's a full-time job to keep that updated. And I rejected that concept as not currently a resource I will be using in that direction.
That's fair. But also if you decided to do it once and just be okay with the fact that it needs to be updated only when you remember it, pronouns at least are in an option in the contacts.
They
There's a field for
are.
pronouns.
They are. I was so excited when that was added. That was really like I think that people who do not identify as queer underestimate the impact and the amount of effort required to make allyship feel sincere. Um, like I people who are like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Like, I mean, I get it wrong, blah blah. I say, don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are human. What, at least in my experience, and I have other people, queer people, tell me this too. What I feel is I can tell who's trying and who's not. I don't care if you mess up 99% of the time, but I know you're trying. I appreciate that much more than the person who gets it perfectly, but I know that they're just doing it to check a box. I never met someone like that, but I have to assume they exist. Yeah. So,
I don't know that I have either. But also having the box is easier for me to keep track of things.
well,
Like
that's what I mean. That's
in
what
the
I mean.
field, in the context, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it can seem intimidating, I'm assuming, to somebody who is outside of the queer community, like, oh, I have this, and this. Like, yeah, it, sometimes I think people underestimate the kind of things and the size of things which are actually genuinely impactful in a positive way to the queer community feeling genuine allyship.
Now, that said, I don't know that I put them in for anyone but you.
That's fair.
I don't like have an automate because I have an automation that adds clients and potential clients to my contacts. And it does not include that. I don't know if it even could, but also that's
Mm.
not what I use to refer to people. So anyway, like I do have that in my head for like clients because that's not a gigantic number, at least not at the moment.
Fair. No, this is fair.
Um, I just trust me to read this one out loud correctly, Ozak, but I don't know. Sorry.
Let's see if I can possibly pull up comments because I really do like responding to comments. Um, at least check in on them once in a while. Whoa, there's like 19 things live currently that I'm subscribed to. Wait. Oh, upcoming. Oh, that's not a good time for me. Darn. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, there's me staring into space, looking weird. Um, I'm not familiar with the Kinsey scale. Ozark, I'm afraid.
Okay, that I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm guessing what it is from context, but
Paradise Lost is Bible fan fiction. We buried that lead. Oh my gods. Amazing. No, correct. Yes. Yes, thank you, Ingrid, for the compliment. I appreciate that very, very much. Yes. Thank you. Um,
my calendar.
I don't know if Brittany addressed this directly, but where do I even put before and after guild? Before activation station, I would say, and then after would be brags or also a daily task list. In terms of you can also do a to done list. I've been doing that.
There's so many options. Activation station
Yeah,
is where she put them, and that actually 100% makes sense because you're
yeah,
like saying this is the thing I'm doing.
yeah.
There's a lot of
But I was talking about
flexibility
before and after.
in terms of like
After could be a to done list.
where things can go. So don't worry about overthinking it too much.
No.
But there's also like some people will just hop into co-working. Some people want to have a thing scheduled.
Yep.
I've used both. Sometimes I schedule a co-working when I know that I will never impulsively hop in to do a thing.
Yes, I've been realizing, and I don't remember if I said this on stream or not. I've been realizing that all of my written on my to-do list actions need to either be 15 minutes in length or I schedule co-working for them. Basically, though, that's the two states. Now, there is a kind of a hybrid where it's like it will take multiple sessions, but it says set a 15-minute timer. And sometimes that's because I don't know how long it's going to take. Okay, I need reminder infrastructure for Morgan's swim lessons. Yes, I absolutely do. Those are time sensitive because that's happening in 3 hours. um, so I am going to go into my phone now and I'm going to go into my phone now and just basically duplicate all the things for River's swim lessons. I'm also going to investigate when those are because I think I had one that was like way too early, like leaving 2 hours beforehand, which does not work. And we need to practice good reminder hygiene. What is reminder hygiene, Ollie? I'm glad you asked, Ollie. Reminder hygiene is um, having a standard that you strive for, not perfect, but a standard you strive for that the things that are drawing your attention with reminders, intruding into your reality in some fashion, are definitely the things that you want to. Because the more you have, the more likely you are to ignore them. and we get into a really bad situation. So we need to be very vigilant about how many things we let into our ecosystems, especially things that make noise, that ping, that grab our attentions away from something else. That we need to be very suspect about how many we allow to go into our systems. Kids make dinner. Yes. So that is adjusted. I think I just have that. An hour ahead where it should be. Okay, so let's go through. Let's do first. I'm going to pull up my schedule. So if I need to have the child dressed, standing at the poolside at 4 o'clock, let's say 15 minutes of getting ready, unless I have them change ahead of time, which did work for my smallest or for my biggest. Swim. So let's duplicate that task. Okay, so no date, that's going to be every Tuesday. Okay. Okay, that works.
Pulling out of a rabbit hole.
Yay, good job. All right, how soon is that up in there? I don't think it's, yeah. I'm gonna set a due reminder. Okay, so when do we want to start that? So 15 minutes of setting up. Let's say 10 minutes of driving, 10 minutes of getting into the car. That's 35 minutes. So 3:35, let's say 15 minutes. So, so we're going to say 35 minutes. So that, yeah, we're going to start at 3:15. So start on swim prep checklist. Actually, no, you know what? It's gonna be just 3 o'clock because the first prompt on that actually needs to be prompt to eat if hungry. Okay. Executive function scaffolding for multiple people. I need to play a song that's stuck in my head, apparently.
It just occurred to
Computer
me
volume
because I'm
down.
commenting with the handle she who wrenches, it might make it sound like I actually use a wrench.
That was the impression I got from it. I was a little bit confused, but I didn't think too hard about it.
Well, so the book series that we do a podcast about, she's a mechanic. The main character is.
Ah, I see. It has all
And at one point
come
they go
yeah.
to the famous Native American art site with the She Who Watches famous pictogram. So
Right.
She Who Wrenches. It's probably a little too obscure. The full title does say a Mercy Thompson read along podcast, but
I like it. I like it. It's very your spouse.
it really is.
What's it been for you? Mm, okay. Okay, that one now needs to be not on Tuesdays. We're actually doing kind of a calendar review here a bit, which we love. Right.
Okay.
Right.
We'll confirm that it's happening.
Um, okay, is that sufficient? I don't know that I set alarms. I think, oh dear. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dearie me. That is not great. Okay. At least I realized that ahead of time. Okay.
Oh crap.
And yes, because technically I'm not occupied by swim lessons during that co-working time, but it is the prep time for scaffolding my small human to get to swim lessons now. Uh, I love this song. Fou de Toi by Kamikaze, Quebecois rock and roll band. Absolutely stunning. Love their golden cover, Brille. Oh, stunning. Just chef's kiss. Love them. Check them out. So good. This Fou de Toi is French for a fool for you, but it has a connotation of like romance, like not just being a silly person, but being a fool for someone specifically. Um, and I love it. This song entirely encapsulates the work in progress fan fiction that I have currently going on. Lazarus is 110% a fou de toi for Adrian. It is the case. Okay, refocusing. Okay, do I have the infrastructure set up? I don't know. Where Okay, so we have, yes.
Welcome. Follow? Okay. I feel like I should remember who that screen name is associated with, and I do not at this moment. You don't have to say in public if you don't want to, though. But we're really glad to have you.
Yay! There's
You're
so many
right.
people here. I'm
That app
excited.
is no longer available. It's what I've been using forever. Yeah, thank you, Ozak. It is, yeah, I'm running out on an iPhone 6S, partly for this reason. But it's on my long list of things that if I had time and not small children, I would vibe code a new one.
I love that there's an option for you though there. Like, when this app went, what, up, that did not occur. That did not happen. So it did not
Right.
exist. Oh my God.
Yeah, but if it
So
had, I would have done it then. But now it's like, oh, is
right.
that really what I should be doing
I
or spending time with my toddler?
Oh, I know. I'm fully aware, but just like the fact that when you do have time, you have an option for it. I am stoked about that. I am so
Yeah.
stoked about that.
Yeah. Anyway, I started making notes because one of my other apps stopped working on the iOS 27 beta,
Mm-hmm.
and that I also rely on when I am particularly not smart, or not online. Like let's say you're chronically sleep deprived because you have a 1.5-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
Then you I like to keep like what am I doing next there, and
Right.
it it it's oh, I have no memory, so I have to write the things down, right? It currently is failing to remember anything new and wiping the note when I try to save it.
Oh, no, thank you.
Uh-huh. I
No,
wrote to the
thank
developer,
you.
but I don't think that they're actively like maintaining it. I mean, this is an app
Yeah.
that lives in my dock. And
Oh, I'm so sorry.
so I'm like, I like wrote down the essential features that I would want if to make sure that the AI, it's occurred to me that maybe I wanted to do it this week because um everyone still has access to Fable 5 for the rest of the week, which is a particularly adept model on Claude that will become a lot more expensive after this week.
Ah,
And I sure have a whole lot of tokens that I've been sitting around not using while I've been on leave.
mm.
So okay, I know I should know who this screen name is. It's really bugging me. Very familiar. Anyway, welcome. Okay, I should go take a break. It's saying wrap and also or rather said wrap a while ago. Um and I've
Past
been
tense.
stalling out. So I will come back and highlight what I'm going to do next,
All
which
right.
is
And in the meantime,
RSVP to a preschool birthday party, like I'm a real modern day
oh,
parent.
right. I remember the first time I did that. That was a trip. Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. I'll
Okay.
see you in a bit.
Alrighty. And I'm going to play and have fun with words, which I often do. Because she did rap and she meant WARWRAP. I'm a very good speller. I just can't do it verbally. Where in the ever loving, there it is. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower? And that's as far as I'm going to go with that because we don't want to be demonetized. But that's not technically rapping either. That's just the beginning. We have a secret weapon. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Lafayette! That's as far as I'm going to go. I tried to chunk it up so we don't get hit with a something. Um, Lafayette, though, I asked a history nerd one time. I was like, my brother, my sister, my sibling in some kind of divine existence Um, do we think that Lafayette was as queer in real life as he seems in the musical? And they're like 110% yes. And I kind of believe it because Fritz. It's the question is he European or is he gay? Well, is it too much to ask for both? Um, okay. Although I think that France has a unique relationship with Europe in a bit of a similar way to England, is my understanding. Like Italy, yes, we're European. Like Germany, yes, we're European. But then France is sort of like its own thing, hanging out there, being funky, and then England, of course, England and Northern Ireland, etc., are like no, we're not European. We're British. And it's my understanding. I could be wrong. It's my understanding. Maybe historically not now. There's the whole Brexit thing, and we're not going to go there. But yes, okay. Ollie is babbling. You just talk about hockey instead. That's less controversial. Aha! I mean, it's controversial, but maybe less than 2,000 years of bloodshed between nations, which recently ended. Recently, in terms of human history, stop talking. Okay, infrastructure for swim lessons. I think we've accomplished that. That was not a 2-minute action, but here we are. Constantly confounding, confusing the British henchman. Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius. Like, no joke, I consider him the Mozart of our time. Maybe I'm silly and I don't know enough people who are brilliant at what they do, but in my head, he's the Mozart of 2026. This is the same song again. It's like my head. Update co-working to reflect guild leaders meeting once more. Okay, let's do that. For that, I need Discord to be open on my left and my calendar open on my right, or something like that. Swapped, maybe. Okay, let's see here. Zero. Where are my girds? Okay, we're gonna actually just treat this as a calendar review with the co-working setup as well. So, can we do it quickly? Who knows? We're gonna find out. You're gonna maybe gonna find out together. Okay, but I would very much like it if we could have a circumstance where I see like only a few days. I think that's possible, is it not? Okay. If I get it the right width, will it show me a few days? Not seeming true today. Oh, now you got flipped off the board. Hang on. No, come back. Come back and play off. Come back. Okay. Yeah, I could have sworn there was a view in Google Calendar, that the app that allowed you to see a few days. Doesn't matter. Moving on. Okay. So I have the co-working pulled up. Okay. So, is anything clashing? No. Oh, I think I do have, wait, did I? Nope, I already shifted that. Beautiful. We love that for me. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's why that's there. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, that could be a problem, but we'll hope not. Okay. Um, okay, everything's looking good so far. I just realized I need to capture something. Computer skip. Um, Computer set a 30-minute legs timer. Yeah, I'll do that. What am I capturing? Oh, Um, okay, that is going to be a conversation with my spouse. Okay. See, that's a beautiful example of the calendar review. I saw a thing, I'm like, well, that's happening sort of some of the time, sort of not. And then I went, okay, why isn't it happening? It's the kids prepping their dinners and lunches. And part of the reason I don't want to do that is because it doesn't feel like the kids prepping it. It feels like me prepping it. Because most of the things that they need to access to prep that food are just above their range. Like they can do it. They can do a lot of it, but they can't reach the dishes. So I have to reach the dishes for them. So that I hate that. So I'm going to talk to my spouse about possibly rearranging the kitchen to have more dishes that the kids will access in their grabbing range. Um, so why does that say an hour 15? That is not what I meant to have that be. Okay. Um, all right. It's looking like the co-working is good, which is nice. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And I did a calendar review to boot. Huzzah! Okay, co-working, yes. Um, that's like a 30-second action. Um, to the yes, we do excellent.
Lots of stuff happened in the chat.
Ooh,
Wait, what is this option? I'm not sure what
let me see if
that's
I can figure out what
talking
it
about.
was.
Oh, vibe coding.
Whoa.
America's favorite fighting Frenchman.
Oh, I was rapping because you said you were rapping as in finishing, and so I went into musical version of rap, which is using some Hamilton. Oh yeah, so Kahlo 77. I don't remember who that is either. I think I have an idea, but I can't remember. Yes, I need to listen to Warriors. Okay, I have not. Is like not warrior cats, you don't mean?
Welcome to being caught up, Ozak. Warrior cat. Wow. I am just gonna have to not catch up.
That's okay.
No.
Silence, silence. Je me cache. Je me passe. Dude, that sounds sick as you know what. Amazing. I'm excited about that. Okay. Uh, okay. I have captured that in my someday maybe recommendations. Oh, hi! Oh, amazing! Welcome! I'm so excited that you're here. Ah, love. Okay.
Oh, oh, so good to see you.
It was tickling the back of my mind, and now I am laid to rest.
Yes.
Um,
And I can
okay.
understand why I was like, okay, it's so close to something I should know.
Yep, yep, yep.
I heart
Okay.
I hearted thee.
So I have updated that. Process projects thusly wise. I literally have those words on a task, but I'm going to review the rest of the time sensitive first. Um, oh, I had this idea, Brittany. I had this idea of making myself a hoodie made from towel fabric to wear after showering at the gym. And I'm very, very, very excited. I'm so excited about it. It's my favorite.
Um,
All these little cops in a grandma. Okay. Okay. I am going
crop
to.
the mess out of this photo. Crop. Do we need to be able to see that my laundry basket is sitting there? Or there's a bib on the floor.
Okay. All right. Thing I really don't want to do. Um,
Oh, I don't know if I told you, but you know how like there's the Siri AI like grouping photo. No, not try to call you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, that groups photos by the person it identifies.
Mm-hmm.
A whole
Remember that your
bunch
mic
of
is
the
directional,
babies,
dear. So if your face is away from it, I can't really hear you.
a whole bunch of my babies' photos ended up in my nibblings album.
Oh,
Like it got them mixed up, which
wow.
I found very charming. I was like, what? Why does it say that my nibbling went on this outing with us? They weren't there. No, it was the baby. It just got them
Wow.
confused.
Wow. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Now I know babies have sort of a sameness, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's very interesting. Okay.
I
Okay.
have a picture of my older child sweeping in the buff.
Hmm. This seems like a very reasonable thing for a picture to exist of your child. So I have this idea. I have
Yeah.
an idea for an agenda, a version of an agenda for myself, which is um uh an agenda or context, doesn't matter. Where it's all of the pull out fabric for, because especially with my knee injury, it's not a great idea for me to be hauling around heavy boxes. So I have this idea that I will regularly review my sewing projects to find out if any of them have the pull out fabric as a next action. I'll make sure that they're all on the list so that I can pull out fabric from multiple projects all in one go instead of hauling around boxes unnecessarily amount of time.
Good to see you, Hollow.
Kahlo.
Anyway, thank you. It was good to see you. Hopefully, we'll see you again. Not a fan of AI learning to identify babies. Yeah, but this is on device, so I'm not worried about it. Like you could worry about the technology existing, but it's doing the AI on my device as opposed to in the cloud, so nobody else has access to it. I know that's the theory and blah blah blah, but it's by far the safest way to do it. It has been a thing since we were calling it machine learning, which is probably still what it should be called. Okay, that is a fine sampling.
Computer, stop.
Oh, wait, I want the other one. Okay, I've got to stop this action. I'm so past 2 minutes.
Okay. So now I'm gonna add that to what day? Probably.
Says it's in this album, but I don't see this picture in this album. Okay.
Okay, you were just cycling through the same three songs, Spotify. I think you need to take a break from this playlist, possibly. Okay, what are we gonna switch it up to here? I think I need something. It is 33 degrees Celsius here, which is pretty hot for southwestern Ontario. What's the humidity at? That's what I really want to know. Ooh, the UAV index is still stupidly high. What is our humidity? Oh, not too bad. 55%. That's not too bad. For southwestern today. We have thunderstorms coming up. And it's not even my birthday. There's been rarely thunderstorms on my birthday. Let's be here. Okay, I'm vibing with this, but it's tempting me to sing, and I should not sing these songs. Oh boy.
Probably also need to send to.
Tradie. Oh my God. I will never get over that. Okay. So funny.
Okay. I think you might get over it someday.
Someday. Directional mic, dear.
You'll get over it someday.
I know, I heard. I just, yeah. Um,
Okay. I don't want to do these things.
I don't blame you.
What do you get for a kid you don't know? It's not like my toddler can answer the question.
Uh, Craft supplies.
That's actually pretty good.
Yep. Craft supplies, Lego, and Play-Doh are my go-tos, honestly. what the heck was I doing? Did I do it already? Yes, I did. It was okay, yeah. That one is okay. We now have 20 minutes remaining in my weekly review, and I'm about to get to the thing that I said I wanted to do at the top of the hour of the session of the time of the, oh dear. Oh well,
Does
that's how it
this
goes. That
still
is,
have the wrong? Does have the wrong address.
I thought I didn't translate. I didn't mute first.
You know what I find weird?
Many things. Tell me what you find weird in this particular instance, Brittany.
So this person like made a little PDF of the announcement of their child's birthday party, right?
Okay.
Um,
Fairly inoffensive.
and they ended up putting the wrong location, like the right restaurant, but the wrong location. Like,
oh dear.
How did that happen? Hold on a second. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I need to change this music. I cannot sing this music on stream. It would not be a good idea, and I'm vibing too hard to stop myself from singing. Okay, we're gonna go to my upbeat playlist and see what that coughs up because it has over 9 hours of music. No. Yes. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Welcome
Anyway, I
back.
find myself wondering if they used AI to make it, or like, how did you end up with the wrong one? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay, we are going. Yes. Yes. One of the goth theme songs, in my opinion, anyway. People made this a Thriller by Michael Jackson.
I want my baby bat, baby bat, baby bat.
Is that Michael Jackson too?
No.
Oh, then I'm
No.
confused as to the reference. Computer volume up.
Baby bat, as somebody who's a newish goth.
Oh, sorry, I did not hear the yes. Okay, no. Um, uh, uh, Kelly recently graduated me up from Baby Bat. I don't know what the next Pokemon evolution of Goth is, but I have graduated from Baby Bat.
But upward. I was using the Chili's theme song for baby back ribs to say baby.
That one I know. I didn't catch that you had altered the lyrics. I thought you were just saying that.
And also it was sung in one of our podcast episodes that I edited, so it's now burned into my brain.
Yeah, no, that'll happen.
We were talking about a baby. In that case, we were talking about a baby vampire. And then
indeed, which is me.
Started talking about baby bat. Anyway.
Don't
go on tangents in a podcast with Kelly and I. That would be crazy.
That's just bizarre. Okay, I'm clearing my my tickler file here.
Oh. All toddlers, in my experience, love dinosaurs.
I think this is accurate. Those of us who remained sane growing up still love them. This is me wildly destroying the Picasso
audio
quote.
editing. Thanks for coming, Tina.
Thank you. Not doing that. Doing that later. Yeah, okay, let me see here. How many next actions do I have in this monster? Wow. Okay, well that's the David Allen range, 70. But the problem is that I know for a fact that very few of my projects are actually processed effectively. 77 next actions. But this is my plan is to each weekly review make a note of how many, because I think that's going to be information that I want to reference later. And it takes 3 seconds. Okay. Okay. I'd love for that to happen, but I don't think it is. So, process projects in the next 15 minutes. Rather, process projects for the next 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna move my device a little bit closer to me.
This person has an Los Angeles area code.
Hmm. I was when I was awake in the middle of the night for an hour trying to get some the noise complaint I have on footage for at 2 a.m. I was processing projects in this manner. So I was not idle. Which I realize is an extremely Ollie thing to do. It's like I'm awake at 2 a.m. How many people can you honestly say you know who would be able to or willing to do that? Like I'm awake at 2 a.m. I'm going to process my projects. Computer skip. But I forgot about the triple tap. On iOS devices after a certain who knows when, Brittany does probably. If you triple tap, it'll highlight the entire phrase or sentence or whatever, and that is increase the speed of what I'm doing considerably. One of the major things I'm doing with this project circumstance is I'm making sure that I have what does done look like on this project, which I did not have on I don't think any of the projects. This is not generating next actions. This is not like planning. This is purely the metadata and making sure that I have everything I need to know. Because one thing that I've run into is realizing over and over again, oh, that project is done. Oh, that project is done. And like if I had a what does done look like, I would realize that sooner and have fewer projects overall because they'd get out faster. Um,
I'm so excited. We have these awful shower doors that slide, so you can only ever access slightly less than half of the bath at once.
mhm.
And we're just taking out the doors. It'll still have the frame around it because that's a lot more work to get rid of, but we're putting the shower curtain in. That's happening in the next room, and I can hear it. And I'm really excited to be
Nice.
able to reach into the bathtub. Also, the toilet kind of blocks half of it too. So it's a very small bathroom.
Computer, turn off the timer.
But I see some of these things for potty training where you're like, they have an elaborate stair you climb up to get onto the toilet. I was like, that's adorable. That's for people who have more than 5 square feet of bathroom.
Yeah.
Also, there's still a whole bunch of pictures of my infant under Robin. I mean, under nibbling. Oops. I'm good.
hmm
basic logic tests that you really wish this had in place. Like, you saw a picture of this person born a month ago. Maybe they don't go with the one that also has a baby picture from 5 years ago. Just an idea. Okay, I have RSVP'd for the thing. I did not want to do that, but I did it. This is taking way too long. All right, I can do this. Okay. Oh. That's a thing that I would totally say to you, but I think it would sound really weird if I said it on the stream at large. So I'm going to. Hi, Jojo.
Oh, a little new innovation of my GTD system just happened, and it makes me so happy. I don't want to explain it because it's rather involved, but yeah. Oh,
Okay. Uh,
see, see, if I had done this process with with my projects, I would have on the swimming lessons project, what does done look like? Right now, it says both kids learn to swim, which is a fine goal, but that will not be accomplished with one project, right? So what the project needed to say was, what does done look like? The kids are in swim lessons, right? I don't control the outcome, right?
yeah.
So like this project is for getting the kids into swim lessons in a way that's sustainable for our family. but not the actual learning to swim part, technically, because A, timeline, and B, not in my control.
Right.
That is what we are talking about, ladies and jelly spoons. But that's 2 projects in a row that I don't need to process. I just need to remove because they're done. But guess right now, here's another one. Know your melody will play on with the best of all.
I'm going to dictate some lines to be faster than typing one-handed. I'll mute.
Sorry, say that again.
I need to mute to dictate.
Ah. All right, I'm gonna do one more project and then I'm gonna go.
Beautiful. I'm going to go off camera for a second to give the baby back.
Computer, set a 12-minute knees timer. Alrighty, so I am done that, and I'm off. Thank you everybody for being here. This was an absolutely wonderful crowd. I could not have asked for better to welcome Brittany back from maternity leave. So glad to have you all, and I will see you next time around next week. Bye bye.
I totally heard Ollie sign off, but I was also getting breakfast finally. So, um, I accidentally thought of the happy song, which is supposed to be a song that calms babies down when they're upset and also gets stuck in your head painfully. So, good times. Looks like most people have sauntered off. I will keep going because I still have to review some projects. I really want these Adderall, actually. I've got one other place I could look. Oops. I am updating. Wow. What we call the grandparent calendar. Sort of keeps everyone up to speed on what's happening. Oh, that's really soon. I'm really sad. I want to go. Oh, I should put in my friend's conference. Okay. I forgot to close my window. I sent that email. Oh, I don't know how long I've been on mute, but I was totally talking and stuff. Probably a really long time. I'm awesome at this. I'm trying to register for this conference slash put it on my calendar. And then because these are the tasks, I'm like, oh, is it too late to do that? I don't know. And it takes up just a ridiculous amount of brain space, but I'm often not at the place to physically do it, or I need extra information or something. Hi, can you please let me fill information in this? No? Okay. I guess I just add you to my calendar blank. No bean. I have a bean with me. It's getting hot in here. Hi. What's that? Okay. Other conference. Hey, would you like to eat food or you just want to make a mess? All right, I'm going to jump up for a second and I will be back. Okay. Let me get this registration done. So many big projects I want to like plan out, but I get the registration done. Oh no. That took way too long. Okay. This is not that I've been planning any projects. It's been purely sets of 2-minute actions that I felt like I should have been doing all the last month and a half, which is a thing, but getting pretty sick of sitting here, even though I'm. Took the entire time to get that calendar review. Not a lot of. All right, I think I need to get going. One more thing left. Oh, there's a laundry update. That's great. I did not know that. Well, I probably should turn off the share when I didn't turn my timer off. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining. And hopefully you got some good review done. I know I did. Not as much as I want, though, because that's how it goes. But I'm excited to be back and hope you have a good week. We'll see you again here next week.